name's David Neville, and I'm the track coach here at Taylor University. Wow, my very first memory of track and field, probably, I might have been 6 years old, and we were competing. I was competing at some meet. My dad was competing also. It was one of those little AAU meets, and they had like the Masters division and all those other things. And my dad ran, and I also got a chance to run. And it was in Hammond, Indiana. And so it was something that was real memorable because it was the first time I ever competed, but also got to see my dad compete. One of his last times. So. Percussion, that's what I grew up playing. Drums, marimba, timpani, all those different things. I also do play a little piano, and I learned trumpet when I was in college. I had learned every instrument, but trumpet was my secondary. But definitely I always go back to playing the drums and percussion. Chocolate. Once I start, I cannot stop. Favorite candy bar, Kit Kat. Just love it to death. So that's one of the things that I always go back to, chocolate. I've learned a lot about love, really, and for me, just experiencing God's love so much greater now that I have a daughter and a child, and it blows my mind how much God can love me. I know it's way more than I love my own daughter, and I love her like crazy. So just having that experience and feeling that is something I've learned and continue to learn each and every day. Never. I never thought about that before. Really, in all honesty, it wasn't even a dive. And a lot of people think it was a dive, but I actually was leaning for the finish line and lost my feet. And I went out, arms went out, feet went out, and it looked like I'm flying across the line. So, I kind of like to say, the Spirit of God just pushed me over there. But yeah, it's not something that felt good. So I definitely would never pre-plan a dive. Wow, I mean, it was an awesome experience, just being able to be in the Olympics and then represent your country and win a medal and stand on the podium is an awesome thing. It's something that I always kind of dreamed about, and I knew I wanted to go to the Olympics, and I knew once I made the Olympics that I wanted to get a medal. And even though in my individual event, I didn't get a chance to win the event, the person who did win was an American. So 2 times, even in the relay, twice I got to get up there and hear our own national anthem play, and I got to sing along with it. It definitely was something I will never ever forget, and something I'll always take to heart. Everybody from every country is in one place. We had the village, and really the villages, what they do is they put all the Americans in like one building. Right next to us was the Australians, and then you see the Japanese, and you see people from Germany and Belgium, and just all over the place. And we're all in this small little radius area. It's something that you just kind of get to experience. And I've been all around the world running track and field in different countries, but just having us all right there. And every sport, and there were some sports that I didn't even know of that were, Olympic sports. That's an awesome thing, just to have us all there in one place, and just kind of get to mingle and talk to different people from all over the place. It's an awesome experience. So I've had people tell me this over and over and over again, and I don't know if I necessarily believe it, but it's probably happened 20 times. People say I look like Will Smith. I don't know, my wife doesn't necessarily see it. Sometimes it may come out, but yeah, so I guess I'm gonna say Will Smith. He did play Robert Neville, which is the same last name, in one of his movies. So, yeah. Probably football, maybe basketball. My wife likes to get on me about my basketball skills. She says I don't have it, but I love football. I love to play football. And, I did play 1 year when I was in school, and wide receiver, kick returner. I got the Jets, so yeah, probably football. African American choral ensemble. I had to be in different ensembles, and I loved all the ensembles. But I got to sing some different kind of music, and it was a different breakaway from the traditional stuff, classical stuff that I learned, which I loved it all. But it was kind of a completely different feel, and we went on tours and kind of got to go to different places and sing. So that was probably, I guess I'll say that, yeah. I think for us really is an understanding of running with our hearts. You know, God's blessed us with gifts. Everyone. We have our different gifts, we have our different strengths that we can utilize in the track and build events, grow, and all those different things. And one of the things I try to train each and every day out here is run with your heart. You know, running to glorify and honor God with the gifts He's given us. And if you put your heart in it every day in practice, when you get out there on the track, you'll have that already built up. You already have that strength, and you won't back down in the meet when someone comes up alongside of you, or you know someone has a further throw than you. You can come and bounce right back. So running with your heart in everything that you do, I think is the biggest key for us this year. It's an awesome experience. One of the things for me is that ministry is a huge part of my life. And in my senior year, my fourth year senior year at Indiana University, I answered the calls of the ministry. And you know, it's something that changed me. But now having the opportunity, as I finished up my professional career as an athlete, now the opportunity to come back and train and coach other athletes, to try to bring them up to where I was, maybe even some of them better than I ever became, and then also to speak into their lives from a spiritual standpoint and have an impact on them, helping them grow, discipling them, just to experience everything that God has in store for them during their time here in the university and maybe beyond for the rest of their lives.